Can't catch us now or catch us later. Insane in the brain, how we dodge detection. Switch frequencies with perfect fucking intersection. My posse's got it down to mathematical precision. Why you weak ass station? That's the sound of underground. Police salute, radar trans crews. The realest fucking cow. Stay off that hip hop radar. Signals moving like a fucking traitor. We stay off that hip hop radar. Can't catch us now or catch us later. Welcome to the dark ages. Welcome to the dark ages. Let's ride. Welcome to the dark ages. I'm Slip, where the past and future rage. Pulled up to the tavern in my time machine. Got the whole crew blazed on medieval green. Rasputin in the corner throwing down spells, while jade trees floating higher than church bells. Caitlin got the peasants learning how to twerk. Rose got kings and queens all doing dirty work. Ancient wisdom mixed with modern day insane. SJR crew about to make history change. Welcome to the dark ages. Welcome to the dark ages. Let's ride. Welcome to the dark ages. I'm Slim, where the past and future. Mick blowing smoke signals cross the castle walls. Uncle Patriot teaching knights how to brawl. Big Kahuna got the round table turned up. KD and Jorge got the mead cups. Hard Coast crashed the party with that future tech. Rude Knot got jesters breaking their neck. We ain't leaving till the whole place lit. Medieval times ain't ready for this shit. Welcome to the dark ages. Welcome to the dark ages. Let's ride. Welcome to the dark ages. I'm Slim, where the past and future rage. Past to future, future to past. SJR crew making history last. Time traveling rebels on a medieval high, taking over castles as we pass by. Got these monks up in the monastery twisted. Every scroll they writing got our names listed. Making medieval moments turn psychotic. Crew so sick they thought we were demonic. Taking over kingdoms one by one. Teaching ancient people fun. History books won't tell it like we do. Dark ages get lit with the SJR crew. Welcome to the dark ages. Welcome to the dark ages. Let's ride. Welcome to the dark ages. I'm Slip, where the past and future rage. Welcome to the dark ages. Welcome to the dark ages. Let's ride. Welcome to the dark ages. I'm Slip, where the past and future rage. Welcome to the dark ages. to the tavern in my time machine. Got the whole crew blazed on medieval green. Rasputin in the corner throwing down spells, while jade trees floating higher than church bells. Caitlin got the peasants learning how to twerk. Rose got kings and queens all doing dirty work. Ancient wisdom mixed with modern day insane. SJR crew about to make history change. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Let's ride. Welcome to the Dark Ages. I'm Slim, where the past and future rage. Mick blowing smoke signals cross the castle walls. Uncle Patriot teaching knights how to brawl. Big Kahuna got the round table turned up. KD and Jorge got the mead cups. Hard Coast crashed the party with that future tech. Rube Knock got jesters breaking their neck. We ain't leaving till the whole place lit. Medieval times ain't ready for this shit. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Let's ride. Welcome to the Dark Ages. I'm Slim, where the past and future rage. Past to future, future to past. SJR crew making history last. Time traveling rebels on a medieval high, taking over castles as we pass by. Got these monks up in the monastery twisted. Every scroll they writing got our names listed. Making medieval moments turn psychotic. Crews so sick they thought we were demonic. Taking over kingdoms one by one. Teaching ancient people how to have some fun. History books won't tell it like we do. Dark Ages get lit with the SJR crew. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Let's ride. Welcome to the Dark Ages. I'm Slim, where the past and future rage. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Let's ride. Welcome to the Dark Ages. I'm Slim, where the past and future rage.
Broadcasting live from somewhere you can't find. SJR crew coming at you raw and unrefined. On the ground.
Every fucking night we move location to location. Cops they searching but they can't catch our operation. Signals bouncing off 10 different buildings in the hood. Mixing frequencies so clean they wish they could. Mainstream, my posse's running cables while I'm watching from the wood. That's the sound when we hit the streets. Underground transmission got your speakers catching heat. Fuck the FCC, we stay off that hip-hop radar. Bet your ass we're going harder, fucking instigator. Got the bass so heavy that the block is fucking shaking. Every single night we're making history in the making. Stay off that hip-hop radar. Signals moving like a fucking traitor. In my lane, you acting funny like it's some kind of game. State it up, sir, in front of my name. I keep my head up, keep getting better. This rap god, I'm going platinum again. You acting funny like it's some kind of game. State it up, sir, in front of my name. Dominating your domicile, in and out just like a robbery. Call the cops now.
Well, welcome everybody to Let the Record Spin, episode number 3.
Oh, you tiki now? Go ahead, light your torch.
Hip Hop Radar Underground Show.
Let go. Sit back, relax, don't go act a fool. We gon' puff some weed and keep on acting cool. I'm on that chill shit, always keeping it real shit. The vibes going up like the smoke in the room, cause
It's the Hip Hop Radar Underground Show. It's the hip hop radar underground show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yo, SGR crew, what is good? Welcome back to Hip Hop Radar Underground. I am Sack Juggalo, and today we got a beast from the East, the one and only V. Oneiro. How you doing? Did I say your last name correctly?
It's V. Oneiro.
Oneiro, I apologize.
Actually, Oneiro would be even more appropriate, but it's just when you
Oneiro.
say it so fast, it kind of like skips it.
Oneiro.
Yeah, it's it means dream, like dreaming in Greek, and I go a lot about the dream traveling, lucid dreaming. So V the Oneiro, V Oneiro the Oneiro.
Hey, and that's what I was reading in your bio. I was like, what does this mean? This sounds fire. Like, I didn't even know what it means, but I was like, that's just fire.
Thank you. It means a dream traveler.
Oh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
There was a time where I was really into lucid dreaming and like different ways to enter lucid dreams. So you can have like a thing called mnemonic induced lucid dream, where you have a repetitive action that you replicate, that it kind of seeps into the dream state because you do it so much in your regular life that it becomes a pattern. So this is the most ineffective way, by the way. Like little things like counting your fingers, then you'll do it in your dream and ask yourself, am I awake or not? But the best one is the wake-induced lucid dream, which is where you force your body to fall asleep while you stay awake. So you don't move at all for like at least 30 minutes, and your body's gonna start getting itchy in certain places. It's gonna start testing you to see if you're gonna move, and then once you don't, it assumes you're asleep, and you can immediately step into a dream.
Whoa.
And it's kind of like going into a REM like really quick.
That's
pretty much
freaking awesome.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try that
when
tonight.
You're sleep deprived. Do that.
I have
It's
a lot of
kinda crazy.
problems. I have a lot of problems sleeping. I'll be honest with you. And I've been like eating gummies and smoking a shit ton of weed before bed, just to be able to get more than 2 hours of sleep per night.
Oh man, that's brutal.
It was brutal. As soon as I started eating the gummies, I started sleeping like 5-6 hours, which is amazing. I was like, holy shit. But I'm gonna try that tonight. I'm gonna try that. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
you're gonna feel a little crazy because like a lot of people about sleep paralysis, for example.
I've heard of it.
Okay. So a lot of people, they naturally slip into sleep paralysis where they're like waking up from a dream, but their body can't move and they're seeing things or feeling things on them. You're kind of like in between states.
Oh.
You're basically inducing that, or like forcing it to happen. So you're forcing your body to think that it's asleep while still staying awake. So a lot of people that naturally get sleep paralysis are terrified of it. So when I've told them about this, they're like, why on earth would you want to do this willingly?
Right.
It's like, it's just the fastest way to get into a dream, or at least get into like REM sleep.
That's amazing, man. See, this is why we talk to people, because we learn shit every single day. I'm 49 years old. Kahuna said he used to get sleep paralysis a lot.
Oh my God. A lot of people hear things, see things. They see like shadow people in the corners and stuff. When I've induced the sleep paralysis, I felt like I was listening to conversations that were in other houses, like not an astral projection per se, because I didn't see myself in other places, but I felt like I could hear conversations that people were having like around the city. So I was like, I know I'm half asleep right now. This is what I'm thinking.
That's wild. So what were they saying?
Randomly speaking to each other about random things.
They talking about some wild shit.
It's funny because that's what that technique is called, wild, wake-induced lucid dreaming.
Oh, hell yeah. It is definitely certified wild then. That's what's up. So, V, let me ask you, how did you get into music?
My family is a musical family.
Nice.
My dad is a guitarist, and my mom is a singer. On both sides, we've had musicians. Both my grandfathers were musicians. And apparently I was humming songs before I could speak. So
Hell yeah, that's what's
from
up.
there.
And do you play instruments as well?
I play guitar. I played violin very briefly in high school, and I was awful. I got into it way too late, and classes were very expensive, so I was mostly self-taught, which for violin, I do not recommend. But guitar, I've been playing, 33 now. I've been playing since 11.
Wow.
I'm awful at math, clearly, even though these are easy numbers.
Hey, hey,
But
we'll get
I
there.
was very on and off with guitar for many years and didn't start truly taking it seriously till probably the end of high school.
Oh hell yeah.
And I started writing poetry like around fourth, fifth grade, and songwriting seriously around eighth and ninth.
Oh wow. So you're just
Um,
you're a student of the game, and you're also, shall I say, prodigy, because your voice is amazing. Like I heard you on a track with Orion last week,
oh,
and I was like, yo, we got her on next week. I can't wait to have her on. She sounds so fire.
oh, thank you. Was it a scene to be seen by any chance? The one with everybody on it?
Yep, that's the one.
That song is epic. Everybody
Absolutely.
showed out. It was at the end of a listening party, and they played the beat. They're like, anybody that can write a verse by the end of tonight gets to be on this track. And originally, I wasn't gonna do it because I usually like to take my time writing. Although I have written under pressure, and a lot of great stuff has come out of it. But that day, we all had been smoking. I was already in my chill vibe. And then everybody was looking at me. They're like, "You gonna write this? You gonna write this?" I was like, "You know what? I will." And I pulled out my little S pen on my Samsung and started handwriting it. And I was very proud to be part of that because a lot of greats were on it.
That's what's up. Yes, everybody who was on that track, straight up. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to take it one step further. Everybody in Miami's been fire. Like,
Yes.
damn near the whole state of Florida been on fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've been talking to a lot of people, like H2 Owens and, the whole John Apocalypse crew and all
Oh,
them.
those are my boys, all of them.
Yeah, man. The thing is like the culture out there is the one that should be emulated around the world because y'all have been getting along. There isn't no hate out there, and you guys are just trying to help each other succeed. And I fucking love seeing that shit.
Yep. United we stand.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. And I tell you, like, them dudes over there, they really been bringing that old school hip hop back, and I, as an old school dude, love that shit.
Boom bat enthusiasts.
Absolutely, absolutely. Do double big salute. Thank you for coming through and hanging out with us tonight. Hell yeah. Peace to the
Yeah,
wolves. That's what's
there's
up.
a lot of talent out here in Miami. A lot.
Absolutely, absolutely. You could probably throw a rock and hit a rapper, hit a singer,
Yeah.
hit a somebody. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to be
Producing.
fire, right? And they're going to be
Yeah.
fire. So shout out to the whole scene out there, man. First and foremost, and shout out to you for them fucking awesome fucking vocals. Like
Thank you.
fire. Yes. In fact, we got a nice little crowd right now. Why don't we? I got your Spotify pulled up. You want to?
My Spotify, so unfortunately, so for all the years that I've been doing music without actually recording anything, it wasn't until the pandemic that I started taking it more seriously to actually perform because I don't have a lot of my things out. Like I'm actually working on this mixtape that I had written years ago, finally now getting everything out in the studio because most of my things have been collaborations. And I've
Okay.
really neglected a lot of like my own projects, and this is the year where things are getting a move on. I'm writing a lot more, and I'm determined to actually have my own Spotify presence, to actually have my own Bandcamp, and actually try to live off of music. Because I've just been
Absolutely.
doing collabs, and being a part of what I can be a part of because it's fun. But all my solo things that I've written, you can only hear when I perform them, pretty much, because you're not gonna find them anywhere. So this is the year that has to change.
You do
Everybody
have
has-
some performances on your YouTube, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. Okay, cool. So we'll also get into that tonight too.
Mm-hmm.
So people can see your performance. But since you've been doing this for so long,
Yeah.
jumping on stage probably is just like breathing to you at this point, right?
It's the easier part of it, not gonna lie, but I still get very, very, very nervous. And
Is that right?
I've been a show monkey for like my entire family and for schools and everything since I was a toddler, and it never takes away the nerves. And I
Oh,
was
wow.
a theater kid for a very long time, and I still get the stage fright.
Hell
I
yeah.
still, and it's honestly part of the thrill that makes it so special. I feel if I didn't have that nervousness, or if I didn't have like I don't know. I feel like the moment that I lose that is when I get too cocky and too confident, and I'm more liable to fuck up somehow.
I can feel you on that. Like,
Yeah,
what's some of your like pre-game stuff before you go on stage? Maybe the night before or the week leading up to.
I have the most unfortunate luck, the bad luck of getting sick every time that I'm going to perform. Like, I'll be healthy in the weeks leading up to it, and then a few days before the show, I'll end up getting a cold, or my sinuses get a little crazy. So one of the things leading up to that is making sure that I have rehearsed the way that the song is written, but also alternative melodies in case my voice can't reach certain notes or can't be ready to go. I love to practice and sing in the car. Like, I love memorizing my things that way. And unfortunately, one of my pregame rituals is pre-gaming itself, which hasn't affected me in the past couple shows, but in the past has come to bite me in the ass, because depending on the time that I have to go on, if I go on later in the night, I don't have as much discipline to wait. and there will be many sessions.
Bet.
So that's usually how I work out the stage fright and everything else. But those are my little rituals. I should probably add drinking hot tea to that, so that's pending.
Hell yeah, a little bit of honey on that tea, maybe.
Lemon.
Lemon. Okay, nice. Yeah, you gotta keep that. That is your instrument.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right, we got Chipocho. I know I didn't say that right.
Oh, it's called chipojo.
Chipojo. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it Latin or is it I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I get your question.
Oh, is it Spanish or is it another sub? I don't know if there is another subcategory of Spanish. It's either Spanish or not, right?
Oh, I guess dialect would be it.
Dialect. There you go.
It's what Cubans call that little lizard that you see right there on the cover.
Oh, okay.
So the whole reason why, well, because this is a song with Traumatized. So Traumatized wrote it that way to describe people that like to be specters in your life and changing their colors on you, and kind of like creeping only to see how they can come up on you. Ooh. So it's about people that betray and like two-faced people.
Yeah, you over there being chameleon and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. I feel you. All right, we got Vay, we got Traumatized. Oh, sorry, V.
It's okay.
I apologize.
I get V, Vi, all of it. I like to say, well, my name is Valeria, so V for Val.
Okay, I got you. I got a friend named Val. Her name's Valerie, but yeah, Val.
Oh, there you go. I'm Valeria, which is like the Valerie in Spanish, pretty much.
Oh, okay, I got it. Now, see, we putting it all together out here. See, I got a little bit of that Spanish in me because I'm in California, you know. I started learning Spanish. Well, just mainly the dirty cuss words, you know, when I was younger.
Those are important.
Those are very important. Exactly.
You gotta know when people are being mean to you.
Absolutely. Yo, let's go.
Love City.
Link tree in the description. Make sure you're tapping that. Let's go.
Mira, ¿quién va por ahí? ¿Qué me importa a mí? Tú no me ves a mí con cara llena de maquillaje como payaso en el círculo. Ese espectáculo eres tú, la persona sin identidad, plantado, escondido, solo echando la mira. No toco la droga, la flor para mí es suficiente. Cuando una y otra vez, por favor no me critiques cuando me ves, pero después me imita. Que bolsita de mierdita es usted. Yo soy de cubita, las tunitas, nací en tierra, terraplén, carretera de fango, casita con techito de palma, esquivando alacranes cuando hay falta en mi cuna.
Alguno, ni un solo perdón, mantengo mi autenticidad. No nace de mí ser un falso fracaso, parásito social. ¿Y quién quiere intentar botarme del pedestal que le cuesta hasta respirar? Ídolo postizo, inseguro de sí mismo, sin profundidad en su la mente. No me enojo, ¿qué más da? Más bien hasta ya dio pesar. Hablar de sus putos no vale y el luto ni amargarme paladar. Y si triunfo se cabronan, su envidia siempre desmorona, sus esfuerzos los sanciona, mientras yo gano a lo Maradona. Que se escaben agujeros, saben que sobrevivo a mis duelos. Estas rimas cortan cuellos, bloquean como Alexis Argüello. Sin disimulo alguno, ni un solo perdón, mantengo mi autenticidad. No nace de mí ser un falso fracaso, parásito social. ¿Y quién quiere intentar botarme del pedestal? Que le cuesta hasta respirar. Ídolo postizo, inseguro de sí mismo, sin profundidad en su espejismo.
Yeah, my dude gave that the fire peaches. That's the highest honor you could possibly grab.
I love
Gee,
that.
I'm telling you, they are digging this shit, man. You are out there giving them the vocals, giving them the bars. When are we going to get that Snow the Product feature?
Oh my lord, that would be a dream.
That would be so
I
fire.
adore that woman. I adore that woman.
She's so fucking good, dude.
That's
Like-
the pride of California right there.
I love female artists. Like when I do my Friday shows, well, lately it's been people have been paying for their skips before I even go live, so I haven't been able to start my show. But at some point during my show, I always have a block of female artists that I try and support. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the women out there putting the fucking words down, man.
Yes.
Yes, I fucking love female artists, dude. Because look, they try and say it's a man's game, but women got shit to say too. And
Very much so.
absolutely. And anytime you can just say that shit with your chest and fucking let the whole world know exactly what you're feeling and be proud of what you're doing, fuck, dude, I respect the fuck out of that.
Yes. Oh man. And for sure I need to get more of my I need to get more of my rhymes on Spotify. Because I got a lot of unreleased things, and I'm actually working on an album now, where I'm trying to do a lot more spitting than just singing. Because I feel that depending on the instrumental, what it calls for, I'll find myself either doing one more than the other. And recently what's been coming my way has been inspiring me a lot more to rap more. So I'm hoping to be putting a lot more of that out there.
Well, we'll definitely be looking forward to it because you got bars, you got a flow that's killing them, and you got the passion to do it. So I don't see anything stopping you. Plus, you got a very supportive partner there that also shares your love of music, which we'll have on
Yes.
at some point.
Yes.
And that's even more dope because do you find it having someone that works with music easier to not necessarily be with, and then maybe help you get through some things, or you help him get through some things like musically?
He's actually the reason why I'm like on this mode where I want to rap more, because he produced tracks because we want to do a collaborative album.
Oh, sick.
And the beats that he's been originally we thought it was going to be something very romantic and lovey-dovey because it's our first collaboration together. But the beats he's been sending are so hard. They call for straight bars and rapping, honestly. Like I hear it and I think of all the flows that I want to do on it.
Hey.
And I'm like, we're gonna have to do a romance album later because this shit right now is like it's asking for a different vibe.
Does he also sing, or does he only?
Oh, he's an amazing rapper.
Oh, okay,
Amazing.
nice,
Like
nice.
he's a poet first and foremost. Like that's how I say it. Because
That's what I'm talking
you can tell which rappers, are I mean, great MCs, you feel me?
That's
but
what
then you
I
can
was
tell
about to
those
say.
that started off as poets because
Right.
they take those metaphors to another level. It's just
Yeah.
everything's, and he's like that, man. He's really, really good.
Poets become MCs, and people who just fuck with music that don't really take it too serious, those are your rappers.
Yeah, there we go.
That's kind of the way I look at it, Because if you ain't really saying nothing like that dude 6ix9ine, he ain't really saying anything important. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't even think I would deign myself to call him a rapper at all.
well, I mean,
Like,
I guess I guguess it's a subgenre of a subgenre, maybe. I don't know.
A subpar genre,
Subpar.
unfortunately. A subpar subgenre.
I love
But
it.
I mean,
love it.
you know what? I'm not gonna hate because maybe I'm an out of touch old head at this point. I know that the kids love what they love, and in fact, most of them probably love it out of rebellion
Well,
for it.
you think about this. When you was a kid, were you listening to meaningful music?
But here's the problem. I
Prob-
was listening to a lot of old
Probably.
shit.
Right?
Like,
Right. Because your parents
yeah.
were listening to very meaningful music, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, and you would repeat those songs.
Yeah.
So you never had to worry about somebody filling your head with dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then have to snap out of that. That could be very hard to break. That'd be like some type of drug, I think. You know?
Man, it's ear pollution.
Right,
But-
because now all of a sudden you're thinking and it's like foreign to you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what this, why is my brain doing these things? Why am I starting to get these emotions and shit? And people get scared of that stuff. It only makes sense, I guess.
And I was actually I have this conversation often, but I had it again recently where I was like, man, I remember, because Lil Jon came on, and I remember at the time, I remember when I thought this was ignorant. And then my friend's like, yeah, I actually miss this. I'm like, I miss Hurricane Chris and all these people that I thought I was too good to listen to back in the day. And like, now I miss them because at least they formulated words. Even if I thought the words weren't, up to par with like my standards, they at least were intelligible.
Right.
And like now, I mean, at the very least, back then you could understand. But
You got a motherfucker
once again,
writing a hook
I'm
for
out
a
of
whole
touch.
song.
I'm a little out of touch, so I apologize to anybody that. although the kind of music that you listen to in a track, I don't think is gonna attract much of people that are advocating for 6ix9ine in the comments.
Right, right. Now, I will say this. There is a time and place for everything. So if I'm shaking my ass on a club, floor,
Oh, yeah.
I want 6ix9ine to be playing. I am not a hater. I'm not listening to what he's saying, but the beat's going to be fire. You know the beat's going to be fire.
I'm not twerking to A$AP Rock, but I'll twerk to A$AP Rocky.
Thank you. Thank you.
But when I sit at home, I'm listening to A$AP Rock.
That is a fact. I mean, look, dude. I love asking this question. What if the world there was no music in it? What if music did not exist?
Impossible.
What type of shit do you think you would be doing?
Well, there would have to be no sound for music to not exist, because even a drop of water falling on a piece of metal will make a music.
Yep.
Writing is my passion. I was actually speaking to my partner about it. How
Oh shit! I forgot to tell her. I'm sure I told her in the thing. Please hit the link that I sent you. I forgot. Damn it! I was going to mention it, dude, and I fucking forgot. I shout out to Weed. Hold on, I'll send her a message real quick. Sorry, V. Just hit the link that I sent you originally to get back into it. I don't remember if I told you or not. I apologize. All right. There we go. There we go. How's everybody doing on this Wednesday, by the way? I know we just got right into it and started talking, having a good old conversation, but how are y'all doing out there? And just a heads up for all the artists in the chat right now. My dude Harkos just went live on Music Making Sense podcast. If you want to hop over there real quick, I'll grab you the link. You could submit your music, and then when he's going to review your music, and do a whole marketing review on your stuff for free. So let me grab that link real quick for you guys.
It just said that my free Zoom call ended, so I'm trying to sign in and see what happened.
Okay, yeah, it's because it's only good for 40 minutes, and once that 40 minutes ends, it just ends. But I got it open again, so you should be able to come right back into it from that link that I sent you. I know. I need to get Zoom again, but we don't have it, and I'm a poor man, so I apologize to all of you for the delay in broadcast. But we'll get it back here. We'll get it back here. I promise you. I promise you. And Do Double, we'll definitely put you on, my guy. Absolutely, man. We'd love to have you on at some point. We'll schedule you out. I still got a few more spots in May left open. I'm just now. I'm no longer scheduling for Wednesdays or Mondays for interviews because there's going to be a new some new shows coming into play. So I'm only going to be doing interviews on Saturdays and Sundays now, and on Wednesdays I think we're going to start doing like the live set shows, and then on like I don't know, maybe Sunday night. I don't know, man. It's going to have to be late. It's going to have to be late night. Maybe Saturday night. I don't know. We can turn on alert before it ends. Okay. There she is. Yeah, it might be in the description, but I'll drop it in the chat. V, welcome back.
Hi.
I'm sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I was like, what happened?
Yeah, I try to mention it, and sometimes I forget that I don't pay for Zoom, so every 40 minutes it cuts off. But luckily, it lets me keep the same link I sent to you to just open it back up and go again.
Perfect. I'm very Zoom ignorant. I don't know. I didn't even know that it does that.
Yeah, but I only use Zoom because the music quality comes through so good, better than all the other stuff. So I have to keep using Zoom because I'm promoting the music, and we gotta, the people want to hear the music in great quality.
Yes, of course. Oh man, on my Spotify, I have a little playlist of like appearances, like of collabs and stuff. So that would make it a lot easier for you to find.
I
the
did
songs
scroll.
that I'm on in there.
I did scroll down and I did find those. I had your YouTube up and I was like, she's only got one song on here, and it's like
I'm telling you,
4 years ago. I was like, I don't know if she wants me to play that one, but we can pull that up. Okay. She's like, nah.
This is why I've had my friends, everybody, especially now people that I've been making music with, they're like, you need to have more of your stuff out there. It's insane that you haven't. And for a lot of it, I don't know. I usually talk about my journey, but not everybody knows about it. That I was an alcoholic and an addict for a very long time.
Well, congratulations
I've been sober.
for getting over that.
Yeah. And during that time, I was still writing, I was doing things, but I wasn't committing to actually going to the studio and recording things. I didn't have access to a lot of resources like I do now, that I have friends that produce and people with studio, and now I have a partner that produces and has a home studio, so that's why I'm getting more serious about my things now, because it is ridiculous that for having been making music pretty much all my life, a lot of it is there's nothing to really show for it. You feel me? Like, if you want to hear the songs that I write, you have to actually go see me live and hear these songs. And if they're stuck in your head and you want to hear them later, it's like too bad, right?
You better pull out that phone and record, motherfucker.
Pretty much. So I've been trying to change that, and I'm trying to make it so this year there will be a lot to show for in terms of my art, and I want to start getting better at content creation, because I feel that while it's easier to create art, it's a chore to have to be on top of the social media aspect of it.
Yeah.
But it's so necessary, because there are people probably that maybe they do art that isn't in my taste, but their drive and their discipline to put what they make out there is so admirable that it's like, bro, what am I doing? Like, I'm young, I have the time, I can make this happen. Like, what is so important that it's in the way of making that happen,
Absolutely. And the artistry side is what you're in it for, but there is also that business side that you have to deal with. And even though it's not your favorite thing to do, I get it, video editing and all that crazy shit just to throw up some shorts, it is so worth it in the long run, especially being an independent artist yourself, because you own your own masters, you own your own rights to your music, and I think that's the most important part about it. Sure, the road is much longer, but once you get your name out there and you're established, all that money is yours and it's nobody else's. And that's where we want you to get you to, you know. We want you to be able to shine and be able to feed yourself off your music and put your, you know, roof over your head and be able to drive your own car. And even if you don't become rich and famous, at least you'll be able to take care of yourself and live off your art. You know what I'm saying? That's the ultimate goal, right?
Yes, the dream.
Absolutely. But you're in Miami, so who knows, man? You might, you know, catch the attention of some huge motherfucking person, you know what I'm saying? And your shit just goes viral and, you know, oh, we can't get a hold of V no more because she is extremely busy, you know?
Oh, my Lord.
It could happen just like that, you know? And you're in one of those big crowded towns, you know? It just takes one person that's, you know, Dwayne Wade or something just bopping your shit down the street. Oh, TMZ's on the scene, like, who's that? He names you on TV. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Too easy.
Oh man, may that be a manifestation, because that, especially with the way things are right now and the economy, and not just this city, but this effort everywhere. I wouldn't even say this country, but everywhere. Like, that would be a blessing.
Absolutely.
So may it be so. So would it be.
Yeah, let's talk it into existence. Why not? I mean, there's enough on the table for everybody to eat, I believe. You know.
Oh, for sure.
You know.
And there's a saying in Spanish, which roughly translates, for different tastes, colors were made. So there's going to be a foot for every shoe. There's always going to be a crowd for every genre, whether you like it or don't like it. There's always going to be someone that does or doesn't, you know. So there's room for everybody to climb to the top.
And that's the cool thing, because I honestly believe that people come. I've been doing this for over 6 years, and people come through, and I may not fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? But I know somebody out there fucking with it, and that's the point.
Yep. Definitely.
Yes, I agree, Kuna. She definitely needs to get on her YouTube. Absolutely. But that comes in time, you know what I'm saying? It's slowly coming out. And you've got some performances on there.
Yes.
You can find all her links in her link tree right there. It's in the description. Make sure you're following, because it's going to be a busy year. So be on point. You know, she's already been working with a bunch of features, a bunch of hip-hop artists around Miami, really building that connection, you know what I'm saying, with some OGs of the game.
Yes.
You know, not just some motherfuckers that, you know, rap. You're talking about OGs, H2O's, all them motherfuckers out there. Real hip-hop legends in the game. There's no doubt in my mind that you guys are all going to be bopping.
Oh man, and I have a couple collabs coming out with John Apocalypse that I'm looking forward to.
Hell yeah! Shout out to John Apocalypse, man. At first I thought it was one guy, because I was like,
see, Greg.
right? I was like, because I was interviewing John Apocalypse, I was like, well, I can't find him. I can't find like a picture of him, you know, to where I could put on the fucking thumbnail. And they just like, oh, it's like, you know, 3 dudes or something. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That's why I can only find their like logo. You know. Oh,
even more. It's 5.
5 dudes. That's right.
Dude,
that's right.
It's H.C. Greg, Torch and Orphanage, Beatbox, and Prince Divine, and they're all so sick.
They are
in their own right.
They are sick. Great people too, man.
Yes, great people, great writers, just great vibes.
Absolutely. And I got to tell you this story about H. I tell everybody, you know, that knows H about this. H is probably the most humble motherfucker I've ever met in my life. And I've never really shook his hand. It would be an honor to shake his hand. But
yeah.
When he contacted me, he just told me that he was head of WVCC radio and that he had some artists that he would like to get on my show. And I was like, yeah, bro, just let me send you some dates and you let me know which ones you want to fill. So I sent him some dates, and he sent me back a bunch of artists, and I was like, cool, schedule them all out. And I interview a guy, and then I interview another guy, and then I start going through this. I start going, because I do a little bit of research on every artist, you know, before I interview them. I try to know at least a little bit.
Yeah.
And I start noticing H in like this dude's stuff, like in a lot of it, and I see him rapping, and I'm like, yo, I hit him up. I was like, yo, H, How come you never told me that you're an artist too, bro? Like, you never once mentioned to me that you were an artist. I need to get you on the motherfucker now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, so I eventually got him on, but he's like, dude, I just wanted to get my people on first, man. Make sure everybody was good. And I was like, I appreciate you, dude. You a fucking real one. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just to put that out there in the ether, man. Once again, H is a motherfucking goat.
He is, dude, and the things that he makes happen for the scene, like no one does that unless you love the scene, hip hop, Miami in general. Like I met him when I was 19 because he was a friend of my cousin's, and my cousin's actually the person that got me into hip hop. She's always been the hip hop head because I grew up in a household where I wasn't allowed to listen to rap growing up because it was, the gangsters and the violence and the XYZ. I grew up very much in a house where like my parents would listen to a lot of world music, like opera and jazz and bossa nova, and my mom was like a rocker in the 90s, so like 90s and 80s like rock, and my dad even older classic rock, things like that. So I had that foundation, and then I would go to Hialeah on the weekends to see my cousin, and then I would get schooled on the 80s and the 90s hip hop at the time. It was my cousin was a teenager when Tupac died. I remember how she cried for like a week when Tupac died, and at the time I didn't have that grasp because I was still so young. And when I look back, I'm like, man, like I was living through these things and didn't realize or appreciate or understand the magnitude of it. And now I see things in retrospect and I remember things and I'm like, that's what that was, or that's who these people are, and this is how deep these beats go. And she was my connection to that school. And she's who introduced me to H and Serum and so many people from the Miami scene before I even started doing hip hop, because I didn't start writing hip hop earnestly till 2016. I was mostly neo soul, and my originals on the guitar tend to be a little bit more bossa nova, folk rockish. And I always wrote poetry, and it came when I was doing a song in my mixtape where it was neo soul, but I wanted rap on it. I had a friend that was supposed to rap on it, and he ended up ditching because he had his own problems with addiction. And I'm like, you know what? I do spoken word. Like, I could try. And it opened up a world for me that I didn't even realize I was privy to.
That's fire. You're like, hey, that came out better than I thought it would.
Yeah.
That's fucking dope. Well, let's do that.
But what a tangent. The tangent was that I met H when I was 19, and he was doing, these battle raps and doing all these events, and just entirely, I mean, it's a very thankless job mostly, because you're out here doing what you can to put others out, to put yourself out, and most of the time you're not getting paid, or you're barely getting paid, or
and you're talking like 15-hour days. Just like forever in a day. You're absolutely right.
No, and back then the flyers were physical. There was no Instagram, no nothing. You're out here physically handing out flyers, calling people, making things happen like in the material world. And he's been doing it for even longer than that. So, and to have the love and the drive and the selflessness to keep it going through everything, man. I have great love and admiration for H. He's I feel he's like our godfather, pretty much. Straight
up, man. I feel the same way, and I've just recently met him over the last probably 2 or 3 years. And the dude is just a real solid dude. I'm glad that hip hop has somebody like him in it.
Yeah,
that's just a fact.
For sure.
That's we need more of that in hip hop. If we can get more people like him in hip hop ain't going nowhere. But but it has a better chance of becoming mainstream again, like real hip hop.
Yeah, because what's out here is like a hybrid of,
I'm not hating on fast rappers. I love fast rappers. You know what I'm saying? I fucking love fast rappers. But I'm also a hip hop head, so I love my old school boom bap shit too. Yeah. And I'm just glad that's never fallen off.
Yes, because that is a timeless sound.
Right. Yeah, Coon. I noticed them too, man. The NF dude posters behind you. She's like, "Oh, those are my boyfriends," and I was like, "Well, he got good taste."
Got great taste. I'm a huge MF Doom fan myself. Once again, thanks to my cousin Kathy. She's the one that put me on to Doomsday back in the day. And man, I rocked that CD till I scratched it in my old van on my way to work and back. That when he passed, actually, I believe him passing was one of the catalysts for me telling myself I need to take this seriously. Because my collaboration with Serum and DJ Heron, Race with Time, the video dropped that New Year's Eve. And that same New Year's Eve was when his wife announced that he had passed on Halloween. And I was like, man, like this song just dropped. I started having like more drive to make music, and having him pass was like, man, I can't be out here wasting time and wasting years. I could have been making music, and maybe I could have been showed MF Doom. Because I've spoken to MF Grimm. I wrote a song to one of his beats. Like those things could have easily happened for me had I taken shit more seriously sooner. And that kind of lit a fire under my ass to try to get things out and try to work more. And that's when the collabs started. And now after all these collabs, it's like, well, let's get my album going and let's do more writing.
That's what's up. And you know what? You may think you regret those decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a big meth head when I was 20. I did nothing with my 20s. You know what I'm saying? So
Man.
I feel you on the addiction shit. You know what I'm saying? But the good thing is that you've been set on a path. You've been set on a positive path now. You know what I'm saying? Everything happens for a reason. I don't know if you're a spiritual person, but that's just the way I believe. You know?
Yeah.
So shout out to you for, understanding where you're at.
Thank
You know what I'm saying? And understanding where you want to go in life. Because there's a lot of lost people out there. There's a lot of very lost people out there. And no matter how much you talk to them, it's ultimately up to them to make those decisions to make sure that their life goes at least well.
Yeah. And give your brain, your body, and your soul a fighting chance to do what it's meant to do.
Absolutely. So, if you had to do one music outside of your standard genre, what would it be?
Oh man, I can't pick just one.
You gotta pick one. It's in the world of loneliness.
Funk.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I could say jazz, but I know that that would probably get old quick for me.
Okay.
Whereas funk is just so dynamic.
Would you learn the bass guitar for funk?
Oh my god, I would kill to learn the bass guitar. I actually impulsively bought a bass guitar that this guy was selling, which now my partner's gonna be reaping the benefits of that because he plays bass.
Oh hell yeah.
But I was determined that I was going to be the next Thundercat because I was in my ADHD hyper-focus hobby. That was like the flavor of the week. And impulsively bought the bass, was teaching myself how to read the sheet music, did it for like 3 weeks, and then on to the next hyper-focus, which I think was crocheting or something. Embroidery. It was embroidery.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's like, I find myself having a really hard time sticking to certain things. The only things that have stuck through the years have been music and writing.
Those are the true loves.
Yeah, I've tried streaming. I'm like, I'm gonna make candles. I'm gonna make perfumes. We're gonna learn how to play bass. I'm gonna learn how to do this and that. And it's like a jack of all trades and a king of none situation.
I feel you on that. I'm kind of the same way because it kind of like once you figure it out, you're like, okay, I figured it out. Let's move on to the next thing. Like
on to the next thing.
It's either I'm no good at it or I figured it out. One of the two things has happened.
Yeah. It's like we're looking for the next dopamine fix.
Absolutely.
And bass was very much. I love bass though, and bassists and drummers tend to be the ones that I pay most attention to first. They're the ones that carry. The bass carries the tune, and the drums carry the beat, and everything else is like. I mean, as a guitarist, it almost sounds criminal for me to say that everything else is like filigree, but I feel like bass and drums are like the main foundation, and they're non-negotiable. Mm-hmm. I could have a band that's just a bass and a drum and vocals, and I won't miss, and I won't feel like something is missing as much as when I've seen a band that is a guitarist and a drummer and no bass.
Yeah, no, I can feel you on that because I've heard some rap songs recently with no drums in it. I'm like, I mean, I get what you're doing. I understand what you're doing. You want people to focus on the lyrics, and I absolutely did, But that's a song you listen to while you're sitting down.
Yeah.
You know, that's not a song you listen to while you're driving. That's not a song you listen to while you're trying to hang out with friends. It's a song you might listen to when you're sitting down hanging out by yourself.
Yeah.
So it's not going to get a lot of replay value.
Oh man, and there's a few that I mean, not any songs in particular that are missing any instruments, but there are some songs that are just for private listening because either they make me cry or like there's this Lupe Fiasco song that at first I didn't like it because I didn't think the lyrics were whatever they were, and I had come to expect more from Lupe. And then I found out the backstory behind the song, and then the lyrics started to make sense more, and then I couldn't listen to that song in public anymore, or ever, like anywhere. Alan Forever. I don't know if you've ever heard that song.
No, I haven't.
It's based on a boy, a real life boy, Alan Kurdi, I think was his last name. He was a Syrian refugee that drowned in a boat that was leaving Syria, and I think it drowned like in the Mediterranean, and he washed up somewhere in Europe, and it became like a very big news talking point. And the way that Lupe describes it is more as if he had survived that and had grown up, so he became in the story he becomes an Olympic swimmer, and like his coach is Michael Phelps because he was gonna be going to Canada to live with his aunt to escape the crisis in Syria. And you know, like paying all these mules to transport them, it ended up not working out, and you know that happened. So he imagines a world where had he survived, he would have become an amazing swimmer. He would have done this, and that, and then at the end of the song, he saves a boy from drowning, almost like he saved himself in a different world. And man, I cannot hear that song. It's just, it moves me in a way that it's a private listening song for sure.
I can feel you on that. I got a few of those myself. That's facts. And you're just like, how did that song evict so much emotion out of me, you know? Like, it really is. It really is quite something, because I could watch TV and be like, okay, that happened, no problem. You know, and it'd be some sad shit. I'll look over, you know, girlfriend, mom, whoever's crying on the couch, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, yeah, it was sad, but what are you doing? You know, but then a song, you can't see anything. It's all in your head, you know, type shit. The picture's in your head. That might make it more vivid, I guess. I don't know.
I can't relate to the movie thing because I am a total crybaby. I will cry if the movie's touching and sad, if it's joyful and there's something just so beautiful about the joy. A commercial, an Allstate commercial, like I'm a crybaby.
You almost made me spit my water out. That was hilarious.
Was it an Allstate or was it a State Farm? It's the one where it's I'll Be There by the Jackson 5 is playing, and these people are coming back to the rubble of their home that was destroyed by a tornado, and they're pulling out the photo album from the rubble.
Oh no!
And I'm like, oh my! Imagine your whole life, everything you own, completely swept away, right? And then the last scene is like a kid with or a girl with her dad waiting for a bus to come, and out walks a soldier, and it's the mom as a soldier, and I just started, I'm like,
oh no.
You don't expect it.
I just want to watch the Super Bowl. Can you guys stop, please?
This is emotional terrorism.
Right? Facts. At that point, you're just muting the TV, looking the other way, like, I cannot do this anymore. Stop it.
I feel too deeply.
Right.
But when it comes to music, for sure, because it's almost kind of like the rule of horror, where your imagination will always make you imagine something more fearful than showing you a monster outright. And I feel that's the same thing with emotions or moving things. You will imagine and feel something more deeply in music because you almost put yourself in that situation and you become the little star of the music video you see in your head. And it's just much more immersive in that way than just seeing someone in a music video acting out these things with whatever vision they already have. It's more intimate when it's in your own mind. So definitely that could be way more moving.
Yeah, I can see that. Absolutely. Yeah. Shout out to my dude Timbo. What's up, bruh? Big salute, homie. Good to see you. And Greg, I'm glad your power came back on. The lightning out there is for real, for real. I wish
it's
we
storming?
could. Wherever Greg's at. I forget where Greg's at.
Oh, that's a cool name.
I think he's like in the Midwest somewhere.
Oh, nice.
Could be completely wrong though.
What's the weather like? Well, aside from the thunderstorms, what's the weather like there usually?
Here in California.
Well, I guess the rest of the Midwest because
Oh,
California is a very unique situation in my opinion.
yeah. Like I said, it was 87 today. I was like, man, it's fucking hot, dude.
Yeah.
Can we just get a few more days of the 70s? That'd be amazing. Because I really
Oh
like
my
it when it's
Lord.
cold as fuck in the morning and then it gets to about 75 or so. It's like perfect. But in the
You
valley,
should go to Costa Rica.
I'd
That's
die.
that's Costa Rica right there. Costa Rica is
Oh,
very,
really?
very cold in the morning. Yeah, because it's very high up in elevation.
Oh, okay.
So at 5 in the morning, it's like 49, 50 degrees.
Perfect.
And then throughout the whole day, it's 75 degrees,
Perfect.
maybe 80. In
How-
the summer is the only time it gets a little hot and it's in the 80s.
How's the
But
humidity?
it does rain a lot.
Well,
It-
I could deal with rain.
Yeah, but it's gorgeous and everything is hills and mountains. So everywhere you turn, you're seeing a mountain. It's just,
Sounds
if I could live
beautiful.
anywhere, I would live there, man. That's like, I would love to retire there.
Well, then let me ask you this question. Because I love asking this question. We put it into the ether this way. Let's say one of your songs do blow up and you become a viral sensation and you start becoming the top of every chart. You got all the money. Your kids got money. Where are your top 3 houses?
Oh my God. Well, Nicaragua for starters, because I'm Nicaraguan and gotta have something in Nicaragua.
Hey, I got some
Um,
Nicaragua homies that came up, man. I mean, my one dude, his dad got legal. My dude, he hasn't gotten legal yet, and he's getting pressed to go back. And I was like, dude, just go back. You got a little baby. You come right back. You know what I'm saying? Just come. I want you to come back, dude. You're my fucking homie. You know,
Yeah.
his dad don't even speak English, and I don't really speak Spanish. But me and him have fucking conversations like no other. We be smoking hella weed together. I love that dude, man.
I love that, man.
Yeah. So shout out to Nicaragua, man. Big salute.
Yeah, shout out to Nicaragua.
Facts.
And
Texas,
Costa
that's
Rica. Costa Rica for sure because well I've always when we used to go on vacation I would go to Nicaragua during the summer and then Costa Rica because I have an aunt that lives there and she's
Nice.
one of my favorite humans in the whole world. But just it's a gorgeous country. It really is. And I'm a mountain girl. And honestly, I'm kind of going a little crazy living in Miami, where I make the joke that the only mountain we have here is the dump. Like, I go to Nicaragua and I come back and I get
That's
so
hilarious.
depressed for like the first week because I'm like everything's flat and everything's concrete and there aren't enough trees and like so definitely somewhere with vegetation. Now the third place that's a wild card because there's just so many places that I would love like Iceland, Spain. I mean I can't even.
Well, the good news is you got all the money because you can have houses everywhere.
Yeah, with all the money in the world.
Right. Because you don't want to sleep in some bed somebody just farted in. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, don't trip. I've got a house in Paris. You know what I'm saying? We'll just stay there. I got a house in France. I got a house in Lebanon. Wherever, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
Wherever
my
you're going
God,
to,
yes.
wherever you're
The
going to tour.
food. I'd be chasing the food, honestly. That'd be it.
Absolutely. I can feel you on that, man. I love to eat too.
Oh my God, yeah. Certified fatty.
Do you like to cook?
Yes. Yes.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
Chicken tikka masala. Which is it's an Indian dish, but not
that
everybody's
spicy.
stomach can handle it, unfortunately. I can hardly handle it. I always pay for it the next day.
Uh-oh.
I love flavor and the cardamom and just I love exotic spices.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So do you like spicy food in general?
Yes.
Okay.
I love spicy aromatic more than spicy heat, but I
Okay.
love them both.
Okay.
And I don't like spicy heat unless it has a flavor of some sort because there's certain things that I feel are just hot to be hot.
Right.
I don't like that. I like it, make it hot but have richness in the flavor profile.
Okay, I can feel you on that. Hell
Yeah. I feel like tikka masala and just Indian food in general and Thai food in general, they align very much with that.
What would
Flavorful and spicy.
be a dope side dish to go with that?
Oh, naan bread, garlic naan bread, or basmati rice cooked with cardamom.
I like rice.
Yes.
All right, so this is why I'm asking you this question because at some point I'm gonna have a studio. In that studio, I'm gonna have a kitchenette. In that kitchenette, I'm gonna have a show called "What You Cooking," and
Oh,
the artists say like you're in town, you know, in Sacramento doing a show. We're gonna have you come by. We're gonna have you bring the recipe. We're gonna get the ingredients. We're gonna cook it, and then we're gonna sit down and eat it and talk about what you got coming up in the studio.
yes. Oh my God. Oh, but if we're doing that, we're making gyozas because that's definitely one of my favorite things to make.
Hey,
I make pork and chicken gyozas.
I don't know what
with,
that is, but it sounds delicious.
Pot stickers, the dumplings.
Okay, I fuck with.
Yes.
My mom just made some chicken and dumplings not too long ago.
Oh my God, that's so good. And the thing is, when you actually make them, they cost like around $15 to get all the ingredients, and you can make like almost 200 of them.
That's what
Whereas
I'm
if
talking
you
about.
go to a restaurant, you'll get 6 or 7 of them for like $9-10.
Yeah. We over here we cooking, baby. That's what we doing. We don't have to worry about nobody cooking. Now we do have a world famous celebrity chef that does stop by this channel at times. So if Mr. Michael Digby ever wants to come over and cook, you know, at the studio, you're more than welcome to, my guy. We love
I'll be
for
there
you
to
come-
eat.
Yeah, we love you to come over and cook, my guy. But as far as going to a restaurant to go pick it up and cheat, like no, we ain't playing that game. We don't
Nah.
cheat.
No, and actually, I've been cooking a lot less because homeboy here throws down. He's cooking right now, and
Hey.
he's, bro, amazing cook. About as great as he raps, man. Seriously.
That's what I'm talking about. Because I like to cook too. Like I learned how to cook in high school because I needed a second elective, so I took cooking class because I knew there was going to be a bunch of chicks in there. But I learned how to cook as well, so it was pretty fire.
Big brain moves.
Facts. That's a 4D chess shit right there. I didn't even know I wanted to learn how to cook, and I learned how to do that shit.
That's a beautiful thing.
Facts. My mom's happy about it. Plus, I eat just about anything, man. Like, I really do like a lot of different types of food. I'm not big on spicy food because my insides is like, dude, what the fuck? You know?
I mean,
Did you
it's the
forget?
plant's defense mechanism so that it doesn't get eaten, and humans are like, say less, let's throw it in the pot.
Facts. Facts. I mean, I eat anything short of motherfucking fish head, you know what I'm saying? Like, but even if the fish head done right, maybe I'll fuck it up.
I don't
Who
even think
knows?
I've had a fish head. I've had the fish body. and funny enough, I've never gone fishing. So now he's trying to set up a trick so that I could go fishing for the very first time, since he loves to fish and actually fry the fish in nature after catching it and cleaning it and everything. So, I mean, he's Cuban, so of course.
Hell yeah, that's what we
How's it
do when we
living?
was kids, man. I swear
I'm
to
looking
God,
forward to
you're
that.
gonna love fishing. As soon as you catch one, it's the ultimate challenge.
I can't wait because I've been wanting to for a very long time, and I've been making it known for a very long time, and no one has taken me fishing. So this is really nice.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. Getting all these new things. I was talking to her about disc golf earlier. She just found out about disc golf. She's totally wanting to try that too. So she's getting all kinds of new stuff out tonight. My dude Rob Z, what's up, brother? Big salute. Good to see you, man. I hope you're having a great week. We're here with the one and only V, and she is tearing up the vocals, man. I know we only got a few minutes left on this one. We got about 7 minutes, but I also pulled up your link tree, and I have your blah blah blah.
Oh, good. I'm about to have a session after this, so I'll be joining you in the days.
Right? I'm telling you, like it's real. The struggle is real. Do you want to play something off the Spotify, or do you want to go to another platform?
Let me see on the Spotify. I guess. Why all of a sudden is it hard for me to find my own stuff?
I've got it up on the screen.
Okay, let's
Hold on,
see.
Get that out here. This says the things that you've appeared on.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's Southern Comfy. Oh, why don't you play a scene to be seen? But I don't know what minute I'm at. That's a very long song.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you want to play that when we come back from the break?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. I'll
then
go ahead.
I guess in Southern Comfy,
Okay.
or Heron and Serum. We have a song called Race with Time.
Am I missing it?
Okay, let me go up.
Oh, there it is. Aha, I'm an idiot. Shout out to Weed. Yo, we got V. Oneiro? Nope. Oneiro. Oneiro.
Yeah.
It's a O. Oneiro.
Yes.
Oneiro.
And I wrote the pre-chorus and the hook on this one.
Hell yeah. Let's go. This one's called Race with Time. Not A Race with Time, just Race with Time. Let's go.
Yeah.
My subject today is one of those strange subjects. I call it a strange subject because most people don't like to hear you preach on a subject like this. Everybody want to go to heaven, but they don't want to die.
Sisters and brothers, and all of my friends, let's come together and pray again. He'll be here soon.
Check 1, 2. I swim through space and race through time, then pace the globe with sacred lines from ancient tribes. My train of thought flowed through brain and spine. I raise the dead, my face is God, my faith is blind. Heart of prodigy pumping blood through my arteries. Sean P, God, body, barbarian, my philosophy. I use the scrutiny of Guru to see through the illusions. Plus got the knowledge of Pac when I stop your mockery. I rage against, still pay the rent and stay in debt till facing death, so take my breath. For daily stress, I blaze the sense. These days intense, a blade I clench for racist men. Fresh get ice, rest in peace, the angel sent a halo next. But Kimbo's like, stay so blessed, it stayed to death. For now above the paved cement, my ways is changed, so praise my name and pray again.
Once I can utter the sound that drains the doubt, weighing me down with dread. Coerce my higher self to shift my mind from violence and my vices. Shame for all the roads I've crossed is pointless. At this point, the point is overcoming darkness with righteousness. Oh, the blind have led me, but I can save myself. Have the past to guide me, but forge my way on down. Oh, the blind have led me, but I can save myself. Have the past to guide me, but forge my way on down.
Call it Uptown Saturday night, like Nubians at Madame Zenobia's. It's classic and tight, this ain't dumbed down, ratchet and trife. Only when I'm reaching achievements, point and clap at my life. I used to be mad at my life, but that mask wasn't right. I'm flashing the light like pathways of flight. In blackness of night, I battled the fights. Tame the battle cat to hit the lab, then master the mic. Sacrifice for self-sufficiency, I'm stacking up height. Don't need no pastor of Christ, laugh for miraculous sight. This is African might. Remember passion over passive aggression. All actions is lessons and laugh at yourself. Tag up the scrap that I write, so beat the captain navigator, not the passenger type. For Miami cats that pass away, I avidly write. My grip a name brand king, yada respect. Fresh, I see you at the next dimension's entrance, and bless.
Once I can utter the sound that drains the doubt, weighing me down with dread. Coerce my higher self to shift my mind from violence and my vices. Shame for all the roads I've crossed is pointless. At this point, the point is overcoming darkness with righteousness. Oh, the blind have led me, but I can save myself. Have the past to guide me, but forge my way on down. Oh, the blind have led me, but I can save myself. Have the past to guide me, but forge my way on down.
Hey yo, this record dedicated to Destro. I see you at the next dimension's entrance, I said so. Hey yo, this record dedicated to Destro. I see you at the next dimension's entrance, I said so. Hey yo, this record dedicated to Destro. You'll always be remembered, heaven set in a blessed soul. Hey yo, this record dedicated to Destro. Connected to forever, won't forget you, I said so.
Cruise the post current by we're forever. Love by all age. Most cruise the post current by we're forever. Love by all ages. Most cruise the post current by we're forever. Love by all ages. Most cruise the post current by we're forever. Love by all ages.
That beat is so fucking fire.
DJ Heron. He's
God.
amazing.
Yo, he killed that shit.
Oh, I sent you a YouTube video of a live performance for one of the songs I'm collaborating with John Apocalypse on that hasn't been released. I sent it to your IG DMs.
Okay. Hell yeah. I'm going to reset this real quick. Just go ahead and hit that link again and return, and we'll get everything queued up, okay?
Perfect.
All right. We'll be right back, folks. Again, I hope everybody's doing well. We are live and in charge on this Wednesday night. We doing the damn thing, man. I'm glad y'all chose to hang out with us tonight, man. It really does mean the world to me. It is going to be a little change in programming, like I said. We're going to start doing some new types of content. I'm going to start also streaming on Kick, I think. Kuna and I were talking about it earlier today. I was just looking at my thing, and it was saying that in order to go to another platform other than Kick and YouTube, I'll have to pay. It's either like $20 a month or $15 a month if you do it yearly or some shit like that. So right now it'll probably just be YouTube and Kick, but we'll try and get the other shit. If I can make some money, get the other shit involved. You know how we do.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. V, welcome back. Thank you for coming.
Back.
Appreciate that. That's that one you sent there. That's on your YouTube, right?
Yes.
Okay. And shout out to John Apocalypse.
Yeah, shout out to John Apocalypse.
Yeah, them dudes, man. They're really, really cool people, man. And just all they want to do is succeed, man. And I want to see them succeed as well.
Yes. And this particular collab is with H and Prince Divine and 305 Beatbox.
Hell yeah.
So there we go.
There he is. The legend himself right there.
The man, the myth, the legend.
How am I not subscribed? Okay, I'm subscribed now. Make sure you guys subscribe. I'm out here fucking around. I'll get the link. Hold on. I got it. I got the link. I promise. There you go. There you guys go. All right. My computer's just having all kinds of trouble.
It's all good.
I swear it's just from 1977. Like, why are you so old, computer? All right, we got Blessed with John Apocalypse featuring V. Let's go.
Put your hands up, just best way. Coming to the top. Submarine speaker, I was taught to scuba dive. I thought about a veteran from the future. Panic with my current or it might electrocute ya. Damn. Cause here is right up your computers. Stop talking all that, I'll shoot ya. But I'ma have to mute ya. Okay. That's the shit that got the kids shooting with spools. The box of the cruiser. Doesn't it compute, son? Ride for your shit, but yo, for God's sake, take control. Take a break or it might just break your soul. Had a breakdown and it shook me to the toe. But went wrong with his hand was for the faith to go. No. I ain't believe in God, but he believed in me and gave me back my faith the size of a mustard seed. At least that's what I read in the Bible. Now greater is he who lives in me. No stress, kid. Everything you got me manifested. Running apocalypse in the time is so tested. They will look up when I'm the bottom of that shit. We just pressed it. We don't stress, kid. Everything you got me manifested. Running apocalypse in the time is so tested. They will look up when I'm the bottom of that shit. I laid down my burdens, the life I never should exist. Existing, but sick shit I did with. Believing the fact of the business. I started myself in a bit the ways I never got expected. Learn my lesson with the message. So I protect my peace. We're gonna apologetic strategy to every abuse of bleed. It's come from the space surrounding me. Track my life and build it back to prove that I was superhuman. Way I keep on winning, blowing minds like I was Ricky Newman. Truth is, though this ambition was getting fast. So I earned my new redemption art. We intense like Escalade, no disappointments any longer. Only thriving with potential. Stay above them, my mind financially is my mama too. Damn. And you're my sucker, every trigger. Cultivate my heart and armor. Others focus on the biggest. Learn emotions into freedom. Something versus by the slip. Rather contemplating God. Up for my rights to give no fuck. We rock the stadium, old school lady through the radio, survive the gradium, I'm an alien, I'm a Caribbean, extraterrestrial, mimic with beats and lyrics, not a physical spirit, don't you hear it? Call up the clone, when your day is feeling low, we tapping through the door, expectations like Rome, rolling through the city, down in the road, 30s and lows with the phones, and now we still here, beautiful days, blue skies is clear, we did perfection, I'm at the intersection, looking at the right visions, is bright, my mission tonight, is to take light, I invite you to drink, I don't sip it, I'm a psycho when they drop it, I write the memory, watch the social set, taking over, don't ignore it, the truth is unreal, set sail, we going back to reality, grateful with no casualty, whoa, is this a daydream? Everything is just how we manifest it, ready to populate it, is how we gon' test it, ready to populate it, is how we just press it, just press it, just test it, everything is just how we manifest it, ready to populate it, is how we just test it, ready to underground, this is how we just press it, just don't test it. Now wave your hands from side to side, wave your hands from side to side, put the hands up on the 305, put the hands up on the 305, go, wave your hands from side to side, wave your hands from side to side, put the hands up on the 305, 305 on the 305, make some noise tonight, y'all, let's go!
Yo, when H tells you to throw your hands up, you throw your hands up. That's what happens.
Man, yes.
Bars.
And that man can move a crowd.
I tell you what, man. I tell you what. I am very happy that you guys did your set that night, and I couldn't imagine being able moving around as much as you guys do, stay on beat, and never lose breath. It is fucking so impressive, dude. It really is. Like, people don't understand how fucking hard that is. Like, just go walk around and talk. Try that for a while. Like, try that for 30 minutes. And by the end of it, you're going to fucking die. But you guys are jumping around on stage, staying on beat, remembering your lines, and it just goes off without a hitch, man. Shout out to the fucking preparation you guys do, man.
Thank you so much.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. We already restarted it, Kahuna, and welcome, my dude. The real Shakes is in the building, man. What's up, Shakes? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Salute. Shout out to the Philippines, man.
Shout out, Shakes.
My dude.
Oh, he's Filipino?
No, actually, he's Canadian, but he lives in the Philippines with his family.
Man.
Yeah.
And man, the Philippines is packed with talent.
Facts.
Like, it's almost standard for you to have a singing voice.
Facts. And he just started singing too, man. Like, he's a rapper. Like, he's an MC motherfucker too, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a boom bap motherfucker. Love his music. But then he came over and started singing. I was like, what? I was like, this motherfucker got that too?
Yeah, and it opens up your world so much to be able to have that as well.
Facts. And that's the beautiful thing about it. I was going to comment on what you're doing is that you don't ever have to pay for like an R&B singer to come sing a hook. You know, like if I need a singing hook, guess what? I could do a singing hook, bitches. You know.
Yeah. And if I need a harmony, I'll do my own harmonies.
The facts. That is a fact. Yeah. I love it. I love it. So what do you see coming up in the 2025 era of V Oneiro?
Well, for sure, this collaborative album, it's probably going to come out before the other two that I've been working on. But I'm working on a trip-hop album with an artist. She also produces with hardware. She doesn't use any DAWs. Her name is Mystics. I'm working an album with her. And then that one is more trip-hop, a little bit darker. And then working on a neo-soul album with a producer named Reed Richards. And then this more boom bap, more bars album that I'm working with my partner Oneiro from El Bando. So those three projects will hopefully be at the end of 2025. But for sure, the boom bap album will be out. That is a given. I highly doubt this man is going to let me go the rest of the year without putting anything out in that front.
I can feel you on that because, you know, there's only so much time, and I'm sure you have quite a back catalog of things that you've been working on and that directions that you want to go. So I'm sure you're hitting the ground running pretty fast. At what point do you want to start doing more shows like what we just saw?
I mean, I've been doing those shows mostly at least once a month, depending. Sometimes it's on that venue. I just recently had one that was at a different venue this past Saturday.
Nice.
But I've been performing pretty steadily. I would like to have a little bit more consistency in that regard. But more than anything, the biggest, I feel like performance-wise, I've gotten so much mileage, but it's very lacking in terms of like studio time and actual product to show for it. So I feel like this year I want to focus on that a lot more.
Okay, hell yeah, that's what's up. And getting on the stage once a month, that's phenomenal.
It's a very big opportunity.
Right, and I love whoever recorded that, got the sound good, got everybody in frame perfectly. So shout out to whoever filmed that. And,
that was actually, his name is Jefe. He's a part of a group called Rogue Science. And they actually have a freestyle podcast every Friday where they invite people that rap and people that have never rapped in their lives. And they do a lot of different freestyle games to kind of get people in the groove of rapping. And by the end of it, you have people in the cypher that have never rapped before and they're rapping for the first time joining a cypher. So shout out to Rogue Science. They're amazing. I actually have a cypher that should be coming out with them hopefully sometime this year. I threw in like 8 bars for one of their ciphers. It was really, really fun.
That's dope. And it's called Rogue Science.
Rogue Science.
I'm going to have to check them out. If y'all are interested, definitely check them out. It kind of reminds me of this podcast over in South Africa, the Twizzler Show. And he'll have a guest on, right, like in the studio. And it'll be an artist, usually from South Africa, and he'll rap his questions to them and they'll rap their answers back. It's fucking fire, all on a beat.
Oh wait, you have to send me that link. That sounds awesome.
It's so fire. Yeah, I'll definitely send you a link to one of my favorites. Hell yeah. It's just like creative shit, you know what I'm saying? I love seeing new, innovative, creative minds working, and to be able to get somebody who's never rapped before that's even trying to try it comfortable enough, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them folks over there, man. That's not an easy thing.
They went to a gaming tournament, and Evo, I believe, and they went and they had a little sign saying like, "Can you rap?" or "I got bars" or something like that. And they had people that had never rapped before coming up and trying to do it. And they have footage of this on their channel. It's awesome. Yeah. But they play like these rap games. Like they'll have one where it's like you have to just rhyme at the end of every bar, like basic rhyming words. And then there's one where you can't rhyme at all, and you would think that would be the easier one, but you end up instinctively trying to rhyme. And one of my favorite ones is where you don't rhyme at all. You're just like doing gibberish, but it's to get you to have a different flow. So to not focus on the words, but focus on what flow would you do if you didn't have to worry about the words.
Okay.
So people, it's called scat rap.
Scat,
so you have people like, and it's funny because scat rapping is actually the first step in my process of songwriting. Like
just trying to get a flow out.
Like, how do I want it to go? And then I'll figure out how I want it to go, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put these words, and this is the words that I want to use, and then I'll act accordingly. So I love scat rap because it's like no pressure. You just gotta figure out what flow would you do on this beat. And then they have rap your surroundings. You have to rap about at least 5 things that are in the room. And then what the word call out where the person next to you gives you the words, which is a classic. So like a lot of them. And then, by the way, the entire time you're smoking blunts.
Hell yeah.
So you're getting progressively more zooted. And I find it even more challenging at that point. But it's just a very great time. And then by the end of it, you're just ciphering it to the end of the podcast. But they're great. They're awesome people. They have very insightful questions. Great company and great music.
That's what's up. I'm definitely checking out that channel. And it's called what again? Science?
Rogue Science.
Rogue
Freestyle
Science.
Fridays.
I'm going to have to just write this down because weed ain't going to let me remember this.
Yeah, no, and they're great MCs. It's hosted by Chef Boy RG and El Jefe. El Jefe is who recorded the video on YouTube. and now they're hosting Catalyst, the events that H hosts. They've been streaming for it as well. They've joined the WVCC and 4K Productions crew on that.
Oh, nice.
It's been really nice to have those groups merging.
Hell yeah. It'd be like, it's like the umbrella of a production company.
Yeah.
And those are very, very needed these days, especially with all the social media. So shout out to the gang who work behind the scenes as well, because
Yes.
I like I told you earlier, I wish I had just a producer, and that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But I got Kahuna, man, and that dude is amazing. He set this interview up, of course.
Oh my gosh. Shout out Big Kahuna.
Yeah, and so many others. He generally probably about 85%, maybe 90% of the interviews he books on this channel. So I mean, I kind of got someone, but a full-time employee would be dope. I just wish I could pay him.
Oh man, yeah.
He
A
quit
lot
his
of it is
job.
passion until it happens.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it's
Yeah.
all passion projects.
Yeah, and you know what? The main reason why I started this is so people don't have to run to the radio and grab radio shit.
Oh man,
You know, I've never been. Well, I was when I was a kid because there was actual real good music on the radio, but
yes.
Since about 2010, 2012, the radio's been not good. So
Yeah.
I never let my daughter listen to those shit on the radio. Not until she got into her teenage shit. She was always Disney until about 11, and then 12 she started breaking out of that a little bit. And by the time she was 15, she was, in her room on her phone constantly.
Yeah.
I was like, why don't you go out and hang with your friends at the mall or something? Oh no, I'm cool. We're just hanging out online every day, all day.
Yeah.
Just, what the fuck, dude? That's wild shit. I don't get it.
Yeah. We gotta go back to our physical existence in our real world.
Yeah. You ever?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I have no life to Animal Crossing during that pandemic, and I used it as an amazing excuse to not have to go anywhere. I'm like, what do you mean we're not hanging out? You're in my island every day.
Right.
But it's like I completely milked the hermit mode during the pandemic, because I was like, I think I was only sober 2 years. I got sober in 2018. And I was finally rediscovering that I wasn't as much of I was more of a homebody than I had originally perceived, because when I was out partying, I didn't want to be home. I had fear of missing out, and I didn't want to be alone in my thoughts. So I was always out. And then once I got sober, I realized I actually enjoyed the peace of my home. And people are like, oh, you're not coming over? Or like, are you going to flake? Blah, blah, blah. Then the pandemic happened. And it's like, well, you can't tell me anything because we're all going to be home, right? So I used
Yes,
that
I'm
as an
staying home,
excuse.
and yes, I'm flaking because I'm not going to die.
Well, and just coming straight home to play Animal Crossing.
There you go.
And it's like, if you want to hang out, you can come to my island.
Easy enough, you know what I'm saying? Like, I worked the entire thing, and except for there was 1 month, 1 week, and 1 day I was off because they physically had to close down because of California's rules or something. But after that 1 week, 1 month, 1 week, and 1 day, I was right back at work. But it was great. I mean, it was easy to get to work. I had, usually a 45-minute commute coming home,
man.
and it turned into a 15-minute drive home. It was great.
I think we're never going to get that level of tranquility or peace in the world. Ironically, because it was very chaotic online.
Right. But the good thing is, it was chaotic online, but there was a lot of creatives using that time to create art, whether it was musicality or physical, art that you could paint or draw. So there was a lot of people taking advantage.
Yes, and a lot of people found things that maybe they never even thought that they could be capable of doing, and they gave it a try and made it a business or made it a career.
Facts.
But man, I really miss, the lack of the traffic, the empty public spaces.
Right.
Especially
Now
in
I have
Miami.
to bet, because there's only 500,000 people here in Sacramento, where there's a few million there in Miami. So yeah, it's way more congested than it is here.
Oh man, and I missed the gas prices being like $1 something.
Facts.
$2. That's not exaggerate. $2 or something.
Last time I seen gas at $1, I was 18 years old.
My lord.
It was 99 cents a gallon at Arco. I remember that shit.
It's been going up like crazy. I put gas literally like 2 or 3 days ago at $2.88, and then at that same gas station today it was $3.24.
I might stab my mom for $3.24 though.
Oh man, what is it right now in Sacramento?
Like $4.20, $4.25, somewhere around there.
$4.20.
Right.
I've
Yeah.
never been more depressed to hear that number
Right.
attached to something.
That's a fact. I think the last time I it was like $4.18.
Oh Lord,
Yeah.
it's $4.18 in California. Gas, $4.18.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. My deepest condolences. I'm gonna take away my little complaint, my little
Hey, no.
$3.24 complaint, and put it somewhere else.
No, because that's still $2 more a gallon that you're normally paying. You know what I'm saying?
It's
It hits the pocket. Let me tell you, you don't think about it, but then they're like, boom, dude, I just spent $60 on gas, dude, and I only got a half a tank. That's fucking
Man.
wild, dude. I used to be able to fill my car up for fucking less than $20. You know,
insane.
right. Okay,
No,
Kimberly.
and then steaks. I bought steaks the other day that were like $25, and those things weren't even a steak that would normally have been $12, but because they were from Canada, they got upcharged ridiculously.
Yep.
And I missed the cheap ones at Aldi because when I got there, they were sold out. So I had to go to Publix, which is like the South Florida supermarket. And my God, $25 for like these little thin sirloin tips.
No, thank you. No, I usually go to Walmart early because if I go to Walmart, or because that's where I usually go grocery shopping, if I go after 10 p.m., I'm just like, every aisle's got somebody in it. You know what I'm saying? And they're usually blocking it and just kind of like staring at shit. And I'm just like, I try and be as patient as possible. I really, honestly do. But at some point, you're just like, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? You didn't see me, the only other motherfucker in the whole aisle, walking towards you slowly. And then I stopped for a few minutes and just waited for you. You didn't see that?
It's the lack of self-awareness.
Right. It's like, come on, man. But my Duke Kahuna got a question for you. He says he noticed all the Doom stuff in the back, and you want to know what Doom meant to you and what was one of your favorite songs.
Oh my God. What Doom means to me. Well, he's one of those rappers that I always appreciated, that, because this is very important to me, even in my own writing, where like I'll make the reference and I'm not going to sit here and explain it to you in the next bar. You do the work and you find out what that reference is. And I love how niche a lot of his references are. Like, I guess Question is one of my favorite songs of his. He has a line that I love because it's like the nerdiest line on earth. It's a hard-hitting, like, Puffin' Awula with Lieutenant Uhura. And it's like making a John Carter reference and a Star Trek reference. So it's like you cover the niche nerds and then the mainstream nerds.
That is a bar.
Gas Straws is another one of my favorites. Just the beat goes so hard. And my favorite ladies, because especially back when I was still using, I was like, I love songs. I love any song that personifies anything. Well, he personified each of the drugs. He made them like each of them an ex-girlfriend, and all their toxic traits were the toxic traits that aligned with that drug's influences. So I love that one.
That's fire.
Yes, I love any,
I mean, I
any
wasn't
songs
a
that
huge
personify.
MF Doom fan, but of course, if you're in hip-hop, you know who the fuck he is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, yeah.
So some of those bars that you're repeating are just super fire. I need to go back and listen to his shit.
Oh my God, the Gas Draws is one of my favorites. I re-up on bad dreams, bag up screams in 50s.
That shit hard as fuck.
He was, man, and he has such a calm way of saying things that I've been told by a few people that maybe don't dig his stuff that much, that he might be too monotonous. And I'm notorious for liking monotonous rappers because I love Aesop Rock as well. But I just value lyricism so much, and I love wordplay.
Yeah.
And I love that he has an affinity for metaphors more so than similes, which is what I'm all about.
Yeah.
He's metaphor heavy. So what he means to me is impeccable writing, niche references. He makes you think. He makes you learn because if you're like, oh, what is this? I don't get it. You look it up and you learn something new. Like I love that about him. I love that. I love rappers that bring that in me. You know, that bring that out in their audience. That make you work for that knowledge and make you work for that understanding.
Yeah. It isn't just a gift. You need to work towards understanding. I mean, I think about it. Rap has been so dumbed down these days. You know what I'm saying? That it's like we were talking about earlier. It's hard to break those people out because now you're thinking and you're trying to discover new language, and you know what I'm saying. You're not dealing with a bunch of 4 and 5 letter words. You're dealing with words that got 9 letters. Very difficult phrases to understand. Maybe some old English type talking and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You really have to have a sense of, like you said, you're a poetry person, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure you read a lot of poetry before you even started writing it, so you understand, these metaphors and you understand these old references that other people who are readers and writers, like to pepper into their music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's fire. Yeah, it's like your little Easter egg hunt.
Yes, and that's what I love. I love when artists do that because how it gives you an insight to the things that they value, to the way that they see the world, the things that they notice, or the importance that they place on certain things. And I more than anything, I respect anyone that just drops the reference. And like, for example, like I don't like when someone says, "Oh, God, I can't even think of something to make up right now." But like, let's say you make a reference to like Elmo, just whatever, Elmo. You're making a reference to Red or whatever, and then the next line they're like Elmo, this and it's like, no, right. Just let it be. And if someone gets it, they get it. If they don't, they don't. Like, and if they want to get it, they will. But like, don't drop the reference and then on the next line explain the reference. Right, like, just let it be. Go on to the next one. Yeah. And I love when writers do that.
And then you understand a level of education, a level of not even education. I would just say. What's the fucking word I'm looking for? See, now I've become fucking stupid, and I'm trying to intelligence. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, brain, for intelligence. I'm trying to act like I'm intelligent, and I can't even fucking think of the word intelligence. That's crazy. That's a bar.
Man. Hey, you're zooted right now.
Facts. I smoked 3 before we even got on air, and then I smoked another 2 and that vape. So yes.
Oh, I'm so envious.
But shout out to my dude, Metalhead Hippie. He's in the building, man. Salute to Sincere Music, man. Thank y'all for coming through, man. We got the one and only V. Oneiro. Nope. Oneiro. Oneiro's in the house.
I see. He asked if I prefer to sing or rap more. Oh, man. Singing was my first love. So it comes it's like having as natural as having an arm kind of thing. Whereas with rapping, which was the question I was going to answer before the first break, if I could do anything else, it would be writing. Because I was speaking to my partner about it, how music is something I was born with. So I feel that I almost got like a cheat code in a way. Whereas writing and rapping is something I actually had to craft from the ground up. I had to craft my vocabulary and my diction and everything. That's 100% my effort and my experiences growing up, and then rap the same way. So I take more pride in writing, because I feel it's something that I actually had to build. Whereas I was gifted with this voice, and you do have to work at it and the technique and all. I'm not going to take away from that effort, but that I got a little.
But you did all that practicing when you were young, and you don't even remember it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you were saying, you were humming songs before you can talk. As soon as you could speak and form sentences, I'm sure you were singing.
Oh, yeah.
So all of that practice was done at a time you don't even remember doing it. So by the time you remember doing it, you're like, I just remember being on stage one time and I was killing it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh man, in high school, I used to sit in my room and try to sing the arias from operas and stuff, and try to hit certain notes or force myself to sing things that were out of my register so I could get used to singing it.
That's fine.
Before I started smoking, because I used to smoke cigarettes very heavily. I haven't smoked in 6 years.
Congratulations.
But it changed my register. I used to have a way higher register, and I had to listen to like artists like Nina Simone so that I could force my voice to go a little lower without it dropping and things like that. So it was definitely putting myself through a school.
Hell yeah.
Now, as for preferring rapping or singing, it depends on the instrumental. The instrumental will tell me what I have to do in what part, like what comes of it. And I love them both equally. I feel singing is easier for me to do just because of the fact that I've been doing it for so long, which makes it so much more fun to write rhymes and to actually get the right flow, because it feels more like something that I'm actively doing as opposed to what's coming innately.
It's less writing, I suppose, too, for a song.
Man, the way that I write my singing is it's not less writing, unfortunately.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
I do something I call rap singing, where like I'll have a flow even though I'm singing, but it'll still be like if I'm rapping just melodically. Kind of like Devon Terrell, I believe is his name.
I love some Devon Terrell.
There you go. That's I remember when he came out when they're like, oh, he spings. At the time, my ex was like, oh, that's what you do.
Hell yeah. He got an album with Futuristic called Coast to Coast. Have you heard it? It's so fucking good.
I love Futuristic.
It's so good, dude. I listened to that thing on repeat, dude. I was like, yo, because I didn't know he could rap. And he got on that motherfucker, was just killing it, dude. I was like, yo. I became a big fan after that. Big fan.
Yeah, they're amazing kids, man. Like, they deserve to be... I can think of a lot of people that I could knock out from their positions just to put those two up there.
Facts. So you like Hobson too, I take it?
Oh yeah. I haven't heard him in a while, but man, that kid, especially back in like the 2014-15 years when I was really listening to him.
Yeah, with that fly.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially with his unique look. Even though a lot of people were comparing him to Eminem and all these things, just the unique presence, it was very memorable. And especially at that time, like having a gimmick like that was very important to get noticed.
The contacts.
Now everybody and their mother has a gimmick, you know? But
right, absolutely. But you don't have a gimmick.
I'm like, my gimmick is that I write what I write and I sing how I sing.
That's the real shit right there. That ain't gimmick. You get that authentic shit. That's what I'm talking about. If you were to perform at the venue you always thought would be awesome to perform at, what venue would that be?
Oh man, a venue that I could perform like a dream. I don't even think I've had a dream venue in my head. I mean, you could go with the stereotypical Madison Square Garden because all the greats, especially like Zeppelin and all these, you know. But I would think any amphitheater in the middle of the desert, maybe Death Valley.
Well, you want Red Rocks?
Red Rocks, like these things would be. Like, I feel like that would be a much more, I guess, a connection to the earth, to the universe, like letting out like
doing like a big festival out in the middle of the desert would be dope.
Yeah, something primitive, something more in tune with just artistry, and not so much. Is this a big venue? How many tickets can I sell? Or just get a bunch of hippies in the desert and everybody on shrooms or something, and everybody like just vibing to the vibe.
What if you were able to play the Sydney Opera House? What would you do there? God. What would you do there? Would you rap or would you sing?
I would do both because you know what? Let's bring hip hop to the Sydney Opera House. Why the fuck not?
That's what I'm
definitely both, and have like an orchestra recreating all the beats and stuff. I mean, those fusions have already been done, so
but
why not?
Fire. Yeah. Especially, look, when you're doing a live set like that. I mean, it's one thing to record it and put it online as live. You know, that's cool. But experiencing it with the audience, you know what I'm saying? Everything's live and everything's in perfect synchronicity. You know. It is, when you got that many people working in tandem, it's fucking incredible to watch.
Yeah.
And dope to listen to.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't realize how much work goes into making all of that go off without a hitch.
There's this rock band called Dream Theater.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God, they are so good, dude.
Yes.
Like how many guitars and drums can you have playing at the same time and make it sound so fucking dope, dude? I don't know. All of them.
this is what because my favorite genre, because I mean, I love hip hop and I love it, okay? But I am a rocker first and foremost. That's how I was raised. And my favorite genre of rock is progressive rock, because I feel that's where you truly see the prodigies. Like you have to be on some technical level. Pink Floyd, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Dream Theater, yes, like that's like my favorite genre of rock, because it's like you can truly geek out on music with progressive rock.
Facts. And like you said earlier, not a word need to be spoken, you know, in some of those instrumentals. Like, you can kick back and just listen to Pink Floyd jam out for 3 hours and not say a fucking word, and you're just like, dude, that was fucking awesome. Like, it really is awesome to listen to Pink Floyd with the lights off. And like, one time, me and my homie were listening to Pink Floyd, and we were just high as shit, and it was Christmas time. We had all the lights off except for the Christmas lights, and you have your eyes closed, and you see all these blinks, you know, from the Christmas lights, and the music's going. That shit was like euphoric, you know.
Yes.
That shit was wild as shit, man. And just
that's my favorite rock band.
Oh, hell yeah. I never got to see him live, man. I was so sad.
Yeah, and my favorite Richard Wright, the pianist, he was my favorite member. So when he passed away, I was like, well, there goes that. I did see Roger Waters in concert once here.
That's fire.
And I wish I could see David Gilmour, because David Gilmour is a god among men. And just, he elevated Pink Floyd's sound so much when he joined. Like, I most of the sound that I love, even though Sid Barrett had plans for it for the future, they were still too much in their psychedelic rock phase when Sid was still a part of the band.
Yeah.
But I feel like when David came in, it was like the vision that Sid always had for the band finally manifested. And man, the day he passes, I know I will have a really big cry. But I would love to see David Gilmour in concert before he passes, for sure.
Hell yeah, man. Because, I mean, you only got a limited amount of time, right? I was never able to see Led Zeppelin. Fortunately, I was able to see Page and Plant, you know.
Yes.
And that was fucking dope. You know, it was and I seen Blind Melon. They opened up for them, right? And the very next week, the lead singer of Blind Melon passed away from overdose. And I was like, dude, I just saw that dude on stage last week. That's fucking crazy.
That's surreal.
Yeah. That shit kind of like I just seen him, bro. They had this fucking mandolin player out there, dude, and he was going the fuck off, dude. Like, he was jamming the fuck out, dude. Like, it was a wild fucking show, man. I love live shows, man. I really do.
And what a beautiful experience.
Right? And then there's like this 90-year-old man that was standing next to us, and he's like, I grew this weed just for this concert, man. You got to smoke it with me. I was like, okay. You know, I was probably like 20, you know.
Oh, man. And how did it feel after he passed away? Especially so young and close in age, did that make you look inward to your own mortality?
You know, not really. I'm going to be honest with you. About that time, I was doing a ton of meth.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah. So it was numbing you out.
Yeah. So, I mean, the fact that he had passed, it was like, oh, shit, I just seen that dude last week. It really didn't even register.
Oh,
you know,
man.
That motherfucker, that could be you, bruh. But I don't do heroin, you know what I'm saying? I don't do crazy fucking drugs. Like meth, I did some cocaine. I did a bunch of acid and mushrooms. But no, like, PCP, no, I don't like needles, so I ain't trying to shove none of that shit in my veins. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll smoke some meth. I was like, okay, I'll smoke it, fuck it, whatever. But yeah, no heavy
end up
shit.
in the chicken coop like Smokey.
Only person give me out was my mama. That's amazing. Yo, that's amazing. So So you're exactly where you need to be in the beginning of this year. I really do hope everything goes according to plan. You're not only very talented in what you do, but you're a very, very nice person.
Thank you.
I can't thank you enough for the conversation, and it really doesn't feel like it's already been almost 2 hours, you know. And I know it's late as fuck over there, and I don't want to keep you up too late, but I do want to thank you. and I really hope you get everything that good coming your way, because you deserve it.
Thank you so much. It has been an honor. It was so nice meeting you. Loving this vibe, and I hope we can talk again.
Absolutely. When you drop that album, let's do an album review. I do those too, so we can get you on that way as well, and be able to go through the track listing from one to wherever it goes, and vibe out, man. I'd love
Oh
to
my
do
God,
that.
I would love that. Yes.
Hell yeah. Anybody you want to shout out before we wrap it up?
Oh my God, everybody. Want to shout out H, John Apocalypse as a whole, all my boys. Oneiro from El Bando and El Bando, period. If you like Hispanic hip hop, El Bando, the best out there. Orion, Brass Balls, Blake Clifton, everybody in the scene, everybody. I love them all. They're amazing support. I've really found a family in the community, and they've embraced me with open arms, and I couldn't be more grateful for all the opportunities. Mystics and Traumatized showing me the ropes, especially when it comes to managing social media.
Oh shit! Hold on. If you're listening, please, V, come back in. I didn't want. I thought we could get it in before it went, but we did it. So come on back in, and we'll wrap it up. I apologize for that, cutting you off. Let me see here. Let me see here. Come on back. Oh, there she is. There she is. My bad. That's my bad. I apologize, V.
But it's okay. And my boyfriend just gave me a French fry that he made from scratch, so we're still chewing.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
It was so good. I'm telling you, this man can throw down.
Hey.
But yeah, Mystics and Trauma, they were a very big catalyst in trying to get me to just make albums, period. So shout out to them, and shout out to Lincoln's Beard for giving us a home for hip hop every month to do our thing, just Miami in general. Everybody out here is awesome.
Hell yeah. Well, SJR crew, we got nothing else on the schedule for tonight or this week except for Friday. We will be going live with This Week in Hip Hop on Friday. And then we got J Jug on Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific. And then our homeboy Sincere from Sincere Music, we're going to be doing an album review on Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. You know how we do it. Tell somebody out there you love them. I'm going to pick somebody from the audience right now. Hold on. Rob Z, I love you, man. You be good, brother. I love the whole SGR crew. Do something nice for somebody out there, Big salute. I'll see you guys on next one. Peace.
Peace.